Later today, Washington, D.C. Catholic Archbishop Wilton Gregory is scheduled to be elevated to cardinal. Cardinals are the highest-ranking officials of the church after the Pope. Chris Livesay is at the Vatican this morning, where the coronavirus is overshadowing what is otherwise a crowded, joyous ceremony. Chris, good morning.
Good morning. Wilton Gregory is about to receive his cardinal's red hat, a first for a black American, and also for the first time, COVID restrictions amid a consistory. Now, Gregory's in protective isolation until the big ceremony, but he spoke to us from inside the Vatican.
The naming of cardinals, the new princes of the church, comes with all the pomp you'd expect from 2,000 years of tradition. That is, any other year than 2020.
How difficult is that for you to have to maintain a distance from the very people you need to minister to?
Chris, it's one of the most painful experiences of any minister.
Especially for one whose ministry is marked by welcoming people, namely those from diverse walks of life, from the LGBTQ+ community to African Americans. If you've heard of Gregory, the Archbishop of Washington, D.C., it might have been this summer, as Black Lives Matter protesters marched through the Capitol and were violently forced away so President Trump, Bible in hand, could pose in front of St. John's Episcopal Church. The next day, when the president visited the St. John Paul II National Shrine, Gregory called it baffling and reprehensible. He hopes his relationship with President-elect Joe Biden will be different.
So that you don't begin with condemnation, you begin with conversation.
And, like Biden, Gregory has experience with entering an office at a time of crisis. Last year, Pope Francis named him Archbishop of Washington, D.C. The same year, Francis defrocked one of his predecessors, Theodore McCarrick, for sex abuse, culminating this month in a groundbreaking Vatican report.
Let's be honest, Chris. It reveals some awful events and huge mistakes on the part of church leadership.
And the sex abuse crisis is far from over. Gregory says church leaders need to be held more accountable, just as he becomes even more of a leader than before. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Chris Livesay, Rome.